In 2023, McDonald's reported $23 billion in revenue. Not from selling burgers, McDonald's actual business is real estate. But that's a story for another day. What I want to talk about is the other side of that $23 billion. Where did it come from? It came from you, and your coworker, and your neighbor, and 70 million Americans who visit a fast food restaurant every single day. Every single day. Now here's the question that nobody asks at the drive-thru window. How much of your money has gone to fast food? Not this week, not this month, and over the last decade. Most people guess $3,000 to $5,000. The real number for the average American fast food customer is somewhere between $15,000 and $25,000 over 10 years. And we're just getting started. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see fast food differently forever. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American household spends approximately $3,000 per year on fast food. That includes McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Chipotle, Domino's, the whole ecosystem. But that's the average, and averages hide a lot. Here's a more realistic breakdown by frequency. The occasional visitor, once or twice a week. Average order $10 to $12. That's roughly $1,000 to $1,200 per year. The regular customer, 3 to 4 times per week. Average order $12 to $15. That's $1,900 to $3,100 per year. The daily habit, once a day, every day. Average order $10. That's $3,650 per year. Every year. And these numbers don't include delivery. If you use DoorDash or Uber Eats to get your fast food, add 30% to 40% in fees, tips, and markups. Your $12 meal becomes a $17 or $18 meal. The delivery tax on fast food is quietly enormous, and most people don't notice it because the total appears on a phone screen, not in cash. Let's use $2,500 per year as our baseline. That's a realistic moderate fast food habit for one person over the lifetime of a typical adult from age 22 to 65. That's 43 years. 43 years times $2,500 is $107,500. Over $100,000 on fast food. But here's where it gets really uncomfortable, and this is the part most financial videos skip entirely. Fast food isn't just expensive to buy, it's expensive to maintain. The health consequences of a regular fast food diet, obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, generate medical costs that dwarf the cost of the food itself. The average American with obesity spends approximately $1,800 more per year on healthcare than someone at a healthy weight over 20 years, and that's $36,000 in additional medical expenses. Type 2 diabetes, strongly associated with diet patterns, costs the average American patient approximately $9,600 per year in medical expenses. And beyond the money, the lost productivity, the reduced quality of life, the years of vitality that don't come back. I'm not here to lecture about health, but I am here to tell you that when we talk about the cost of fast food, we are almost always undercounting it significantly. The real cost of a daily fast food habit is not just $3,650 per year in meals. It is the meals plus the downstream financial consequences of what those meals do to your body over decades. That number is much harder to calculate and much harder to ignore. Let's get back to the money, because here's where the story gets either painful or motivating, depending on how you look at it. That $2,500 per year, $208 per month, invested in a simple index fund at 7% annual return. In 10 years, $35,000. In 20 years, $107,000. In 30 years, $245,000. In 40 years, $524,000, $500,000 from one habit change. And if you're a daily fast food person at $3,650 per year, $304 per month. In 40 years, $765,000. That is not a small lifestyle tweak. That is a retirement fund built entirely from the money that went to drive-through windows. Here's something important and honest. If the math were enough to change behavior, nobody would smoke, nobody would gamble, and nobody would eat fast food. The math has been available for decades. People know it's not good for them. They know it's expensive, and they still do it. Why? First, convenience. Fast food is engineered to be the path of least resistance. It's on every corner. The drive-thru takes 4 minutes. Cooking takes 40. When you're tired, stressed, and hungry, the friction matters enormously. Second, dopamine. Fast food is literally engineered by food scientists to hit your brain's reward centers. The salt, the fat, the sugar combinations are not accidental. They are the result of billions of dollars of research into what makes you come back. Third, marketing. McDonald's alone spends over $800 million per year on advertising. The Happy Meal was not designed to make children happy. It was designed to create brand loyalty before children can evaluate choices critically. Understanding why it's hard is not an excuse to keep doing it. It's information that makes change more realistic, because you're not fighting laziness. You're fighting systems designed by professionals. A McDonald's combo meal in 2024 costs approximately $10 to $13. Let's call it $11. A home-cooked equivalent, chicken, rice, vegetables, seasoning, costs approximately $2.50 to $3.50 per serving when you cook in batches. Let's call it $3. That's not a 10% difference. It's a 270% markup. You are paying nearly 3 times more for the convenience, the brand, and the dopamine hit. Now multiply that premium by the number of fast food meals you eat per week, and then by 52, and then by 40 years. The convenience premium of fast food, just the premium above what the food actually costs to make, is staggering over a lifetime. And this doesn't account for the fact that home-cooked food is generally more filling per calorie. You eat less, you're satisfied longer. The per meal cost comparison actually understates the advantage of cooking at home. Here's what I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say cook every meal from scratch. That's not realistic for most people. And it's not necessary to make a meaningful financial difference. Here's what actually works. Strategy 1, the 80-20 approach. Cook at home 80% of the time, roughly 5 out of 7 days. Allow 2 fast food meals per week without guilt. This single shift reduces most people's fast food spending by 60% to 70% without requiring perfection. Strategy 2, the prep day. Spend 2 hours on Sunday batch cooking basics. Rice, protein, roasted vegetables. These become the foundation for quick weekday meals. The friction of cooking disappears when food is already partially made. A meal that takes 40 minutes from scratch takes 8 minutes when components are prepped. Strategy 3, the emergency kit. Keep your kitchen stocked with 5 to 7 items that can become a real meal in under 10 minutes. Eggs, canned beans, frozen vegetables, pasta, jarred sauce, bread. The goal is to make the fast food option less automatic when you're tired and hungry. Strategy 4, the delivery audit. If you use delivery apps, check your monthly total. Most people are shocked. The average American spending on food delivery apps is over $100 per month. Just cutting delivery in half saves $600 per year. None of these require radical lifestyle changes. They require slightly more intention than you're currently using. Here's the honest truth about fast food and money. Fast food is not going to make you poor in a single transaction. No one goes broke from an $11 combo meal. What fast food does is something more insidious. It captures a small amount of money thousands of times over decades without ever feeling significant enough to change. That is how most financial damage happens, not in big dramatic moments, in small invisible ones. The drive-thru is not your enemy. Unconscious repetition is. The goal is not to never eat fast food. The goal is to know what it costs and decide deliberately whether that cost is worth it to you. Some days it is. That's fine. An $11 meal that saves you an hour when you're exhausted might be the best $11 you spend all week, but a $11 meal that you eat out of habit while barely tasting it on the way to a destination you barely care about, that is the $11 that costs you $500,000 over a lifetime. Know the difference. Choose deliberately. Here's your challenge for this week. Track every fast food purchase for 7 days. Not to judge yourself, just to see the number. Write your 7-day total in the comments, and then multiply it by 52 to see your annual number, and then by 40 to see your lifetime number. Then decide if that number is a conscious choice or an invisible one. I read every single comment and share this with someone who hits the drive-thru every day without ever seeing the full picture. I'm Finn, and this is what money is really about. Next week, the financial breakdown of a complete stranger's budget, submitted by a subscriber. Real numbers, real situation, real plan. Subscribe so you don't miss it.